So we're on the backside of an election today. I just watched some videos and some mainstream media types, and the last one I just watched was Vivek Ramaswamy, who most of you know, who said that the reason that so many Democrats won in so many places last night was because Republicans are not doing a good job of giving young voters a reason to vote for Republicans. They're not giving them answers to the affordability crisis, to energy, to jobs, blah, 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 which I feel like is part of it. But here's what I think the biggest issue is, and Vivek didn't mention it, and you're not going to hear it on the mainstream media outlets likely either, is I think yesterday just proves that the Republican base, conservative base, just didn't turn out to vote, flat out. Because I think, a lot of people felt like we probably had this one in the bag, so they didn't even bother. I was like, oh, well, it's in the bag. I don't need to go. Well, now you see why you got to get off your ass and go vote. Now you see why. This is why. Okay. Around the country, there was some surprises, and in other parts, not really. Let me put it to you this way: New York City is screwed. They're screwed, man. And in Virginia, I don't know much about Abby Spanberger. I know that she's a newly elected Democrat governor, but I really don't know much about her background. Don't know much about her except that she really liked to hear herself talk last night, didn't she? But Jay Jones, Virginia voters, man, you guys voted in a guy who admitted to fantasizing about killing off Republicans and their children. All right, you guys own this one. New York City voters, you guys own this one. But once again, I blame that mostly on the fact that conservatives didn't get out and vote. Not just in New York City, not just in Virginia, but right here where I am in North Texas, for instance. I'll give you an example. I live in a town here in North Texas that's got about 2,000 people in it. There was a mayor's race yesterday. The guy who won has won with 100 votes. 100 out of probably the 1,600 eligible voters that live here. 100 of them bothered to go vote. 100. And his opponent got even less, obviously, 90 at the last time that I looked. 190 votes total for these candidates out of the entire voting base that lives here. And I've seen low vote totals elsewhere around some of these races, around the area. And it just proves what I've said. People didn't go and vote like they should have because they felt like the whole thing was in the bag. Well, it wasn't in the bag. And now we got to live with this for a couple of years. But for the midterms, Republicans, conservatives, make damn sure you get off your ass and go vote. Research candidates, research the issues that, other things, propositions, et cetera, that might be on a ballot. Educate yourself ahead of time and go vote. Do it.